next tricks are a series of optical based illusions that you can perform on yourself. The first trick is called the amazing shrinking finger. Now what you need to do is take one hand, flat like a piece of paper. Preferably try and keep your thumb in line with your fingers so that it really is as flat as possible. In this case I'm using my left hand. Place your hand on your face right in between your eyes. I'm using the ridge of my nose just to rest everything on. Once there, you're going to take a finger from your other hand, I'm going to use my first finger, and just simply place it in front of your eyes. Now it's going near the hand, right on the side of it, as you can see. But what this does is if I move my finger backwards and forwards slowly, my finger shrinks in size. This is something you just have to do yourself and you'll see it work. Your finger becomes amazingly tiny. The amazing shrinking finger. Try it and you'll see it working. The second one is the amazing floating sausage. The floating sausage requires two fingers which are both placed together at the very top of your nose in front of your eyes. What you're going to do is slowly open up your fingers and move them slightly bit away from your face, only by about a centimetre away from your face, and open up your fingers a tiny bit until you see a little floating sausage. Go very, very slowly. When you move away from your face, I literally mean a centimetre maximum. You don't want to go too far away. This is too far, this is too far, it needs to be here. So hopefully you can see the angle of this. The sausage my fingers are very, very close to my face. Now by looking in the distance, I can see a sausage floating right in between my fingers. If you too can see that sausage, try and eat it. It's a very impossible thing to do. The final effect is probably a very spooky effect. It's to make a hole appear in your hand. You're going to require a piece of paper for this trick, just a piece of A4 paper. What you're going to do is roll it into a tube. The longer the tube, the better. So I'm going to do this horizontally like so. I'll roll it into a tight tube. If you can make the tube nice and small, the bullet hole or the hole in your hand will be a lot tighter. I'm then going to pinch it with my finger and thumb so that I've got a nice tube to look through like a telescope. Now I'm going to point out the directions for this trick very specifically so that you can follow along. I'm going to place this tube in front of my right eye and look through it like a telescope. I am keeping my left eye open and the right eye open, so both eyes are open. And then place my hand next to the tube. Now it's very important, I'm going to go for this, you can see it is next to it. The hand is placed next to it. It's not here, it's not there, it's here. Now with both eyes open, and I repeat both eyes open, I can now see a hole in the centre of my hand. So again, the tube has been out from the very beginning. The tube is held with my right hand and is being placed in front of my right eye. Right hand, right eye. My left hand is placed next to the tube and both eyes are open. If you've done everything correctly, you will see a big hole in the centre of your hand. It's a very weird feeling because you can see right through it all the way to the wall in the background. Those are a couple of optical based tricks that performed and worked because of a blind spot right in the centre of your eyes. Because one eye is looking this way and one eye is looking this way, there's a little blind spot just there which will enable you to perform those effects. Have fun with them and let's try another magic effect.